Good evening, and welcome to Creative Broadcasting, the station of unlimited possibilities, presents Creating Your Seat at the Table with your host, Ashley Little, as she welcomes her guest to the table.
Welcome to Creating Your Seat at the Table. I am your host, Ashley Little. A little bit about me: corporate professional, entrepreneur, two-time best-selling author, owner and creator of Creative Broadcasting, and co-founder and owner of Talk Radio and TV Network, LLP. Today we have an amazing special VIP guest. Her name is Dr. Sharon Porter. A little bit about her. Dr. Sharon Porter is an educator, author, publisher, and talk show host. She has served as an educator for over 25 years. She currently serves as a leadership coach for Nova School administrators in a school district in the Washington, D.C. area. She is a former elementary and middle school principal. Dr. Sharon is the president of SHP Enterprise, Inc., which is the umbrella organization for Perfect Time, SHP LLC, the Grind Entrepreneur Network, Write the Book Now, Dr. Sharon Speaks, Dr. Sharon Writes, and SHP Media. She is a graduate of Winston-Salem State University, National Louis University, the Johns Hopkins University, Walden University, and Howard University. Dr. Sharon is a proud member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, International Association of Women, an official member of the Forbes Coaches Council, Sister for Sisters Network, Inc., and Professional Women of Winston-Salem. Dr. Sharon is the host of the I Am Dr. Sharon Show, a weekly live in-studio interview show, and several podcasts that features educators, authors, and entrepreneurs. Welcome to the table, Dr. Sharon Porter.
Welcome, yes. Thank you, Ashley Little. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here.
Yes, and I am honored and humbled to interview you because you're so amazing. I just read your amazing bio, and I want you to share with our listeners more about your entrepreneur journey. I know that you're still, corporate by day, entrepreneur by night. So if you can share your journey with us, that will be great.
Absolutely. And so, Ashley, I started out with the Grind Entrepreneur Network, and the Grind stands for Global Relationships Igniting Networks and Development. And I started that, I guess, about 5 years ago, and it was really out of the need. I was in network marketing at the time, and I just was not finding the support that I thought I needed. And so I was new to network marketing, and I just really wanted to rally around supporting entrepreneurs, and specifically in the multi-level marketing. That has since evolved. The Grind Entrepreneur now really serves edupreneurs, my educators who are entrepreneurs, who would like to be entrepreneurs. So that's where my whole entrepreneur started, but it was for the love of multi-level marketing. And so that has really morphed into so many different things now. Perfect Time SHP, which is my coaching, consulting, and book publishing firm, which is now the heart of SHP Enterprise. So it was a long journey, but it was definitely worth it from the beginning. Just evolving into what I then now know what was best for me and what I needed to do. So it was a wonderful start.
Well, you know what? We can tell because the results are there. It has turned into so many, like you said, so many amazing entities. So I would like to commend you for all of the great things that you've done. I mean, you're pretty amazing, as I stated.
Oh, thank you.
Dr. Sharon, you are welcome. I would like to congratulate you on your new project, the Aspiring Principal Leadership Academy.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
Ashley, my goodness. I cannot even begin to tell you how excited I am about this project. And I just want to say thank you for asking me about it, because it is truly my new baby.
Yes.
And so, yes, I am actually beginning July 1st. 2019, applications are going to be available for assistant principals across the United States who want to be a part of a professional learning community for those who are aspiring to the principalship. That is my first love. I am a leadership development coach right now for a school district, but I am so passionate about this space that I am giving that up beginning June 30th because I cannot coach assistant principals for my consulting business while I do that on my day job. And so I'm excited to expand my reach and just reach assistant principals across the country because in this work, my actual dissertation was on principal preparation. And during my research, I found that there were so many gaps in school districts across the country who have no professional development, no intentional or deliberate professional development for assistant principals and specifically those who aspire to the principalship. So I am filling that gap, Ashley.
I love it. Super congratulations. So
Thank you.
More about, how listeners can support and get involved. You talk a little bit more about that for the Academy? Mm-hmm.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much. So there really are 3 sets of criteria for the applicants. So number 1, they have to have at least 2 or more years experience as an assistant principal. And then they have to have a satisfactory or better performance evaluation from their school district. So we are actually, checking contacting school districts because we want people who are serious. And then they must truly aspire to the principalship because we have a lot of assistant principals who are comfortable in their role as an AP, and that's okay. But we're not looking for those individuals. We're looking for those who are hungry and know that they want to move up and be next in line to lead. And so it's going to be exciting. There are going to be leadership specialists that are going to be assigned to assistant principals. They're going to be guest presenters every month, and all of this is virtual. And we are hoping to have a culmination activity at the end of the year here in the Washington, D.C. area, so where they, per se, graduate or complete the program, the Academy. So when I tell you I am pulling together amazing educators from across the country to help do this work because, number 1 is all about collaboration. And as they say, if you can do it alone, it's not big enough. And so I am pulling together amazing educators that will touch on topics that every educator leader need to know about. And so it's going to be groundbreaking, Ashley. It really is. And so I'm excited about it. So thank you. Thank you.
Yes, I'm so excited for you. It's going to be amazing. I mean, you know the value of collaboration. We're just going to take it to a whole nother level.
Absolutely. So definitely, if you know assistant principals out there who would be perfect for this, please have them get in touch with me. As I said, applications will be available beginning July 1st, 2019. We'll have the website up and running, and we will be getting those applications in, and we will be letting everyone know by the end of July who will be a part of this inaugural cohort of assistant principals in APLA. So thank you.
Yes. So all of our assistant principals that are listening, please apply. You don't get these opportunities all the time. Go ahead and apply. So, Dr. Sharon, I know you're big on leadership. So what is the most lacking traits among leaders today?
That is a great question, Ashley. I would have to say influence and focus. So first of all, people confuse leadership with a title or position, and that's not what leadership is about. It really is about impact and influence. And if you lack that, you really aren't leading. You might hold the position of a leader, but you are not leading. And so I would definitely say influence, and then with that impact, you have to have focus. You have people all over the place. You have to be laser focused on the job at hand to lead effectively. So I would definitely say influence and focus.
I love that because both of those go hand in hand, having that impact and having that influence. Because if you don't have the impact, you're not going to have the influence. So I love that.
Exactly.
So what do you think some of the most important traits are for successful leaders today?
Well, the 5 levels of leadership, the first one is position, which we've already talked about. People say say that they're a leader just because of the title that they have, and that's well and good. But in order to effectively lead, you have to be knowledgeable and competent. You have to go for that level 5 leadership, as Maxwell calls that. That's the pinnacle. That's when people are following you because of the results that you have proven, because of who you are and what you bring to the table. Speaking of the table,
yes.
You have to make sure that you are knowledgeable and competent. No one wants to follow anyone who doesn't know where they're going. And so you have to be able to guide and lead. You have to have that foresight. You have to be futuristic. You have to have that vision. And so an effective leader definitely has to be knowledgeable, competent, and have that overall global view of where they want the organization to go.
I love that. Knowledgeable, competent, overall global view. Always seeing the big picture. That's always important for every leader. Every leader. So, Dr. Sharon, you have so many great things going on. So, like I stated, everybody has heard your bios. You have some awesome things going on. So, let's talk about your publishing company, Perfect Time SHP LLC, and how we can get involved, how we can purchase your services and support you in this awesome
Oh, my
company.
goodness. Let me tell you, Ashley, this, oh, my goodness, has picked up so great, and I am just so grateful. It started out with me just self-publishing, just doing my own thing. And Next in Line to Lead was my very first collaboration book that I self-published. And so I want to say, number one, although I published the solo author, the collaboration project is my sweet spot. And so what really happens is I work with visionary authors as well as lead authors, and I'm going to explain the difference. So the visionary author is an individual who comes to me and they have their idea of the book that they want to collaborate on, and I help them do that. The lead author are the authors that take the lead on a book that I have as visionary. So I have several books out now: Next in Line to Lead, Women Who Lead, North Carolina Girls Living in the Maryland World. And we have lead authors now who are taking on and doing the second volume and the third volume. And so it has really catapulted into something amazing that I'm excited about. And so I say for your listeners out there, if you have an idea or if you want to be a part of one of my collaboration projects, you can go to getpublishedwithdrsharon.com, and you can reach out and contact me. You can see all of the information that I have available, but I tell you, it is nothing like it. You know, you are a 2-time best-selling author. The first time to receive that book in the mail with your words written and published in that book is a feeling that I can't even explain. And it doesn't even get old after you got the second one. You're like just as excited. So this is one of the entities that really, I'm like, oh, my goodness. You know, at one time you would ask me if, you know, I could see myself doing my entrepreneur full-time, and I would say, oh, no, I love my job. Now I really see this thing happening, you know, that it really can be a full-time gig. And so, you know, while I definitely pray about everything, and I make sure that I make the right decisions. But, you know, when something speaks to you, you have to listen at some point.
Yes,
you have to listen at some point. And so I'm really excited about this part of my journey because it truly, I have found a passion that I didn't even realize I had. I'm not even interested anymore in actually writing. I love allowing others and getting others published. So, I really thank you. Perfect Time SHP started out as just coaching and consulting, and it has just been birthed into my publishing firm, and I absolutely love it. So thank you again.
You are welcome. And, you know, Dr. Sharon, a lot of people listening, you know, some people are wanting to write their books. They don't know the difference between self-publishing and traditional publishing. So could you touch on that a little bit?
Absolutely. And so self-publishing, basically you're doing everything yourself. And I also, and that's one of the things that people are confused about, because you can also go to someone to get self-published, which means that, it's a do-it-for-you service, basically, which we also offer. But when I publish a traditional publish, and I actually do a hybrid publishing. And so this is where I break down the barriers, because a lot of times people have money as a factor, of getting published. Although the self-publishing route could be less expensive if you know what you're doing, but the time factor is a piece. So that, so that alleviates all of that. If that's not your thing, you just want to publish a book, I definitely encourage you to contact someone who can just do it for you. Now, there are some people who want to do it, and learn to do it, and that's okay. But when you self-publish, you're basically doing everything yourself, and that's okay. But you can also get someone to do it for you, do it yourself. So for me, with my publishing company, we have a full comprehensive package. We do your book cover for you. We do all of your editing. We do your interior formatting. We do your marketing. All of these wonderful things. We have a marketing package in addition to the publishing package. We give you materials for marketing. All of these things that you need, especially as a first-time author, that you're wondering. We even connect you with event planners if you need that for your book launch. And so we walk you step by step through everything. And so there's really no reason at this point, this day and time, that people are not being published if they really want to. It was a time when you used to wonder or hope that you would write a book. That's over now. It's like Nike. You just do it. You write it and give it to someone to publish it. It's really that simple. It really is.
Yes, it is. It is. So, Dr. Sharon, what are some strategies you would give to listeners who want to write a book, but they're afraid to take the next step? Because we got a lot of people out here that have books and they're sitting on them, but they haven't had the courage to step up and do it.
Absolutely. And so the first thing is to contact someone who can help you walk through it. And I know, Ashley, we've worked together, and you are a great project manager. And so that's one of the things that you get when you come to Perfect Time SHP. We assign a project manager to you, and that person helps you through. This is someone who's done everything that you're trying to do. And so they're able to help you. If you don't have the title, they'll help you walk through the title of your book. If you don't know the design of the cover you want, they help you walk through that. The chapters, getting the chapters together, they help you walk through that. The first thing is to reach out to someone who can help you. No need in suffering alone. If you don't know what to do, then contact someone who does know what to do, and then they can help guide you. That's the first thing. That is the very first thing, but you have to make the step to reach out and contact someone to help you. Because truly, if you don't know, you don't know, and I understand that.
Yes. So to all of our listeners, please just reach out. Absolutely. That's the first step to getting the book out there. Absolutely. Yes. So, Dr. Sharon, let's talk about more of the entrepreneurship side of it now. So what are some strategies you would give to entrepreneurs who are struggling to create multiple revenue streams?
So, something that I did not do in the beginning, and this is, first of all, you definitely need to surround yourself with individuals who can help you. When you are a startup entrepreneur, it's just like anything else. You have no idea what you're doing. You have the passion, but you have to have the research as well, because just because you have a passion for something doesn't mean that it's going to make money. And that's where we fall short. Now, it's not all about the money, but if you're in business, you've got to make some money, right? Right. So you've got to research the market. Find out if there's a need for what your services or products, what you're offering. And one of the things that helped me truly, and I got this before I needed it, was an accountant. When I hired my accountant, I didn't really need her. But what she helped me through is helped me move forward to where I am now, because now I need her. And so we're not going through and struggling and trying to figure out stuff. She helped me do that in the beginning. So as a startup entrepreneur, even though you don't think you need them at this point, I say get an accountant, get a bookkeeper, because those taxes, that's real. If you're an entrepreneur and you're a legitimate entrepreneur with the EIN number, you are subject to audits. And when you get audited, you want to have someone that has your support in your back. And so I meet with her every month, and we make sure that my books are right. We make sure she even goes through the trends, and, you know, she'll say, Dr. Sharon, okay, this is not working. You need to do more of this. She pulls all my accounts. It's amazing. And see, she really is like a coach for me, not only keeping my money straight, but she's able to do that trend data and tell me what's working and what's not working. And so I definitely say hire an accountant. The next thing I would say is to get a business coach and a mentor, because those two things are different. You need several mentors. You need several, because every aspect, you might have a mentor that's going to help you market your business. You might have a different mentor to help you scale your business. So you have to find the right people to fit what you need. Networking is the next thing. The power of networking. That was my first ebook, because the networking piece is what is going to catapult you to the next level. When you meet the right people, Ashley, I'm grateful I met you. That was through networking, right?
Yes,
You
ma'am,
meet fantastic people when you network. And it's not just about exchanging business cards. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about actually connecting with individuals and having that dual reciprocation, that, okay, what can I bring to you and what can you bring to me? It can't be one-sided, because those one-sided people, you got to leave them alone.
Right.
You got to leave them alone. But, you know, what can we do together to go to the next level? That's what it's about. And so and the one thing is, you can network at anything. It doesn't have to be a networking event. You can just be standing and waiting on the elevator, and you talk it, open up your mouth and begin talking to that individual, and you'll find out that, hey, we can make some magic together. And so the power of networking is so important. And then lastly, I would have to say, you have to act, assess, and adjust. That is so important. You cannot just do business and not look at what's working and what's not working. That's why those quarterly assessments are so important. We're getting ready to end first quarter now. You should be going back, looking to see, okay, from January to March, what has occurred? What has brought me income? What have I lost? Those things, you either need to tweak them or you need to leave them alone, because if they're not income generating, you don't need to be doing it if you're in business. And so I definitely say you have to make sure that you know every aspect of your business. You cannot allow yourself to just be doing business and not assessing what it is that you're doing. So those would be my little tidbits and my strategies.
I love those, Dr. Sharon. Hire an accountant. Get a business coach. Have more than one mentor. Networking and collaborating, building those genuine reciprocal relationships. That's the key. And act, assess, and adjust. Absolutely. Because our destiny is tied in our connections.
Yes.
So, Dr. Sharon, you're in the media as well. You have your media network. So tell us about SHP Media and how listeners can be a guest and support and listen to your shows.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Yes, and so SHP Media does include all of my podcasts and my brand. We focus on three entities: educators, authors, and entrepreneurs. Those are my three pillars. And so I started out with podcasts for each one. Write the Book Now was my authors podcast. The Grind Entrepreneur Network was my entrepreneurs, and Leadership Matters was my educators. And so what happened about a year ago, actually last January 2018, I was invited to do a live show. And once I started doing that show, I was able to actually have all three entities in that one show, the I Am Dr. Sharon show. But I did not stop my podcast because, like you, I love podcasting. I absolutely love it. And so I have not stopped it because, number one, I'm able to reach people who can't come into the studio. And so I love that aspect of it. And so now with SHP Media, it also includes live coverage media correspondence. And so I absolutely love that piece of it. I actually come out and will cover your event live and provide media correspondence about that. This Saturday, I am actually doing the literary book fair in Alexandria, Virginia. It is major. We have authors from all over the world coming to this event, and I am so excited that I have exclusive rights of doing the red carpet interviews. So I'm really excited about where SHP Media is going. It really includes my passion. Again, these are passions that I didn't know I had.
I love it. And Dr. Sharon, share with the listeners who your target guests are and how they can, be a part of the show or support it or be a guest.
Absolutely. They are educators, authors, and entrepreneurs. And so on the I Am Dr. Sharon show, we do expand it to community organizations as well as the local community. And so I really love that piece of it. But for the podcast, which reach, again, a more global, because, I've had people from the UK on my show, all over, and so it's wonderful. And so actually, if you go to my website, SharonHporter.com, you can reach every aspect of my business. I have so many websites right now. One for everything, but SharonHporter.com or even SHPenterprise.com will get you to every aspect of my media. The Grind Entrepreneur Network, which I still interview entrepreneurs, write the book now, my authors, and Leadership Matters. I interview educational leaders, principals, assistant principals, and superintendents. And so it's really been an absolute blast doing this whole media thing. And so I guess that's why we click so well, Ashley. We have so many things in common. We both love it, and it has never, ever, ever been about competition. It's always been about collaboration, and I appreciate you for that.
I appreciate you, too. And, I saw all the listeners, Dr. Sharon shows are amazing. I actually got the chance to be a guest co-host on the show. No, you were a guest host. Guest host. Yes. And it was amazing. And I was also a guest on her show. So please follow her and support her. She is, like I stated before, amazing. She is the actual real-life superwoman.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. So, Dr. Sharon, this is my favorite question I ask all my guests. How did you create your seat at the table?
That is a great question, and I love it, Ashley, because you know what? I created my seat at the table by not allowing others to validate who I am. And that was so powerful for me because I used to be that person. I used to wait until others gave me the opportunity. Now I create my own opportunity. I don't care what it is. I do not care what it is. There was a time that I was timid and afraid to do things, to say things, because of what I thought others would say and think. And I'll take the APLA for an example, the Assistant Principal Leadership Academy. That's creating my own opportunity. And I stand here to say that I have no fear, because there are sometimes things that you are a little hesitant about doing, but I feel so good about it. I used to wait. I used to almost get upset when I wasn't invited to the table. That's why I love this podcast so much. There was a time when before I started my own podcast, I used to hope and wish that I would be a guest on someone's podcast. I was actually driving one day, listening, because that's how I started my love for podcasts. I would actually listen to them in the car. I would not listen to music. I would listen to podcasts. And I was thinking, oh, wow, I wish I could be on one of these podcasts. And something hit me, Ashley. Something said, create your own podcast.
Right.
And that's exactly what I did. And from that day on, I have taken that mentality. That has been my mindset. Do not wait. Create your own, regardless of what it is. And so I mean that. I'm at a wonderful studio now, Urban Style Media, for my show. I love that. But when I came to the studio, when I sat down and I talked with the individuals, I told them I'm coming and I love the studio, but I'm creating my own. And I am doing that, and I cannot wait. I'm still going to be associated with it because I love what's happening there, but I'm creating my own studio as well. The SAT Media Studio will be up and running this summer, and so I'm so excited about that. And so not waiting for validation, going on and confirming for myself that I am enough to do what it is that I want to do.
I love that, and super congratulations on your studio.
Thank you. Thank you.
You not only created your own table, but you built the whole door.
Yes.
Super. Congratulations.
Yes.
To all of
Thank
our listeners, do not let fear hold you back. Just do it. Just
do it. Yes.
So, Dr. Sharon, we all have a process, on our journeys. So what did failure teach you?
That is really good because, people see failure as negative. And I see failure as growth. I have always seen failure as growth. There is a book and a saying that always said failure is not an option. But I'm here to tell you that failure needs to be an option because we cannot grow unless we fail. If we win, we are not growing. And so unless you take the failure, the things that you have not succeeded in, you have to reflect. That goes back to acting, assessing, and adjusting. Once you do something and you realize that it's not right, your next step is to go back and fix it. And so that's where the growth comes. When you fix that thing, you are growing and you are learning, and now you're able to move forward. And so failure has taught me that delayed is not denied, and I will continue to say that. Just because something doesn't happen when you think it needs to happen doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. Success will come, but you have to learn from the failure. So it's definitely taught me that growth is inevitable if you fail and learn. So that's exactly what it has taught me.
If you fail and learn, because we know that failure is necessary for us to get to the next level.
It is, absolutely.
So what did success teach you?
That's a hard one, Ashley. So you know what? Success taught me that it is not in stone. Because you can be successful today and down tomorrow. And so and I'm thinking back on different things because, this whole life thing is really something. We have small successes and we have big successes, but one thing for sure, none of it is permanent because at any given time, the waves can change for whatever reason. So you have to really be a good steward while you're in that success space. What are you doing? So I would say success has taught me how to continue to make things work because when I have to step back to step up, you have to be in that space where you can stand because sometimes when people fall back, they crumble. And you can't do that. You got to fall back, as they say, you fail forward, but you got to get back up. And so success is not in stone. And so I would just say if you're in that space of success right now, enjoy it without a doubt, but also be planning for that dry season because it's inevitable to come. We can't always stay up. So I would just say be in always preparation mode even when we are deemed successful.
Yes, and that's so important. And another thing, Dr. Sharon, just always staying humble because like you said, you can be up one day and down the next. Absolutely.
Yes.
So what can we expect from Dr. Sharon the rest of 2019? Because she has the first quarter out of the pocket, okay? So what else can we expect from you the rest of 2019?
Yeah, Ashley, I would just have to say more amazing collaborations, because as we put our brains together and we work together, there has to be great stuff coming out of that. So I am really looking forward to ending 2019 with a bang. I had some really major heartaches in 2018 that really just changed my life. A few deaths in my family and just things that really just brought me down. And it just made me realize, even though we already know it, when things happen, life is short. And you have to do what it is that you want to do, because tomorrow is not promised. And so I just want, as they say, to live my best life. That's what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? I don't want, anytime there's negativity, there's distinction, I don't want any parts of it. I don't have time for it. The chaos, the negativity. I just want to do, what has been placed in my heart to do. I want to do right by people. I want to go to the next level with people that have that same passion that I have. Because I don't plan to get to the top by myself. I want to bring people with me. And so that's what I'm looking for, more collaboration through 2019. To really say that we have really built something and created something amazing that will help other individuals. Because really it's all about giving back, Ashley. It's about being that servant leader. And so I don't want to just reach success by myself. I want to bring people with me. Because as they say, if you help enough people get what they want, you'll get what you want. And so that's what I want to do.
Yes, and I will say this about Dr. Sharon. I want to commend you for always reaching back and pulling forward, because you do that on a consistent daily basis.
Yes, thank you.
You are welcome. So will you please tell the listeners one more time how they can follow and contact Dr. Sharon?
Absolutely. I am on social media at I am Dr. Sharon, and that's IAMDR. SHARON. You can also reach me through my website at SharonHporter.com. That will get you to everything that I have. And I want to say, Ashley, that we have not mentioned, but you are the visionary author for the sorority Addiction of Girlfriend Code Collective, and I am so excited about that. We are really going to do some things with that book.
Yes,
so
I'm so excited.
And I just want to thank you for allowing me to be a part of it.
Yes, and the Girlfriend Code Sorority Edition is going to be epic. And Dr. Sharon, I am honored and humbled to have you to be a part of that book.
Yes.
Because it's going to make history.
It is. Yes. Oh, my God, we're going to have a blast with this one.
Yes, we are. So, Dr. Sharon, I would like to thank you so much for taking time out of your very, very busy schedule to come on the show today. And I'm so excited to see all the great things that God is going to do in your life the rest of 2019 and beyond. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Ashley. Thank you so much for having me.
You are welcome. So I would like to give a special thanks to two of our mentors, Tammy Collins Marquis and John Schamberger. Also, I would like to give a special thanks to Dr. Larry White Sr. and author Kimberly McLemore. You all may follow me on Facebook at Ashley Little and on Instagram at _Ashley A. Little. Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Creating Your Seat at the Table, where Ashley speaks with corporate professionals, celebrities, entrepreneurs, authors, and speakers who are transitioning or have transitioned to entrepreneurship.